Hello, Phil Shades. We're your Shadow Winning, kinda clever. And we're gonna go through this destruction sequence. Honestly, I should probably set up a timer, or... And
Is this gonna work? Oh.
This is kind of related to the back episode, because, like, besides cost, it's just the concern that, like, it's not that I'm being pushed into something I don't enjoy, but
he's mine.
It's more of the concern that I will have a change of heart, and then all the money that would have been spent has been wasted, you know? It's the other fear.
Because you just can't. Exactly. You always, if you are going into college, you want to make sure you're going into college for something you'll truly enjoy and won't get tired of. That is something.
Or something
it's
that you'll
just
just
that
use,
I have found
you know?
that thing.
Why?
There's something that you'll use. Exactly.
It shouldn't have been like this.
Yeah, whatever, lady.
It's Umbrella's fault, this whole mess.
You're Umbrella too. You're telling me you weren't involved in this?
Yes. But we never meant for this to happen.
Then tell me everything. Right from the start.
See, it all happened when I was young.
Yeah, it all happened.
Get away that easily.
Could you imagine if Leon, right after this, says, like, so you're saying your husband got shot, and then he shot himself?
Good God, William. What have you done?
Because a needle is sometimes referred to as a shot.
So you made this monster.
We made the G-Virus, but we never intended
You can
this
spin it any way you want. You're still responsible.
Dude, pay your dues. And goodbye.
What the hell?
Okay, I gotta say, this guy's design is kind of cool. The way I don't actually remember
cool.
this. The fact that he evolved is pretty interesting.
What are you doing?
We can't let him get away!
Hey, you're killing me, bitch!
No, she isn't. You can't
Why
kill
did
the
you
main
jump down
character.
here and not up?
We end this here.
We end this here? What? We ain't doing shit, Leon. Oh God!
You wanna eat your potions? Jeez, you're about to get killed.
Don't mind, buddy.
He's getting his personal space and he's just like, back up, bro! Ooh, fun set. I will admit, one thing I do like Resident Evil 4 is that they've always stuck to the same, like, it's an obvious way to it's an obvious thing to stick to, because obviously if you set it up one way and then you keep it the same way, then if they played one thing, they know how to do the other, you know? Like, everyone knows that, like, if you play, like, a shooting game, headshots are more likely to do more damage. And in this case, because they stick with the whole aim for the, like, the eyes are the weak point, like in most of the games, like, or at least as bosses.
Oh God!
Let me phrase it as the bosses' eyes are like the weakness. It does help, and I think it's very smart to set up that way.
It's great game. It's good game design for something to shoot.
Yeah.
Oh God.
The other thing is that when it comes to just color, right? Maybe not color theory, because I don't know color theory, but the idea that they make him entirely bland except his critical spots, which is the most obvious gameplay thing that they can do, where it's like, okay, how do we tell them to
Right.
shoot
Oh,
at
come on!
this thing? It's like, oh, let's just make it bright. It's like, that makes sense. It makes sense. It's simplistic, but it works, you know?
Exactly. Good game design is good game design.
And recently, I've been more, what's the word, more glad? No, I've been more grateful about, because I've been watching this one guy who, talks about bad characters, and how most of the problems it comes down to, like, writing and whatnot, and
If you
just
have,
the action.
like, a reference for what a good character is, then that makes a change in a lot of, like, characters you can love and whatnot.
Yeah. But, like, after watching some of his videos, it's definitely given me some gratitude for, like, some of my favorite characters. And it also makes me question why I like, why is my favorite character Toko? Like, I don't know why. I assume it's because, I think it's because she's insane, and just the fact that she's so random and wacky, it's funny to me, you know? Like, but otherwise, I don't know why I like the character. Like, if you ask me if it's like, if you want me to give like a really good reason, I don't know if I could, because it's superficial and it's pretty limited, you know? Like, as a person, I probably wouldn't like Toko. But, as a character, I have a fun time with Toko, you know? But yeah.
So,
Now, I will admit, I kind of ruined one of my games for me on accident. Well, I think ruin's the wrong word. I found out a secret about a game I hadn't played yet, which now, they gave spoiler warnings. They always give spoiler warnings, but I always look past them because, one, usually I forget things, and two, I usually am like, oh, it's probably not, like, let me think I'm trying to think of the word so I'm not repeating myself or not making sense. I would say, when I see spoiler warnings, I either think I'm gonna forget, or it's more likely that it's for something I don't really care about or I've already played, like Persona 5 and Royal.
Target has been neutralized. Ending quarantine.
But yeah,
excuse me?
But one of the, I won't explain what it was, but it was for Persona 4, which I plan to play later on.
Looks bad.
Which I didn't actually know yet, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's not a big deal.
I don't know how much I believe.
Just tell me you'll destroy that G-sample.
Not for me, anyway.
No, it's evidence. It's going to the FBI.
You trust that bitch?
Yeah, she gave me her phone number. She said that we could count on each other.
She's not FBI. She's a mercenary. She's gonna sell it. The G-Virus is gonna go to the highest bidder.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I hope you're right. But if the G-Virus gets into the wrong hands...
That's millions of lives on your hands, buddy. Yeah.
I will say recently I've also been getting more, like, what would the word be? I'm trying to think. Maybe realistic? I don't think realistic is the word. I've started to realize how fast time can go by. and I'm more aware and questioning what would, like, how you don't want to waste your time on anything. I'm becoming more aware of that. And
Attention.
mostly
Right.
because, like,
Time is a very valuable thing, and it slips
Yeah.
by, and you only notice it the older you get.
and the main reason I bring it up is because
And then one more.
when I first found out about it was when I was, like, commenting on, like, how whenever I have
Initiated.
these, like, emotional, like, off screen, obviously, whenever I send, like, those emotional texts, I think of them afterwards, and I'm like, okay, so because I reciprocate now I realize it was a childish idea, because you can't make something go, you can't make friendship go by faster, you know, you can't be like, oh, you know, if I do this, then it will go, you can make it happen faster. I realize that now, but at first, I was thinking, hey, if I give some emotional stuff, then he'll give some emotional stuff. But then it was obviously, but
Initiated.
I'm trying to preface very heavily that I've
Oh.
realized how childish the idea was, you know? But,
Oh, son of a bitch, the save was... Alright.
What?
Oh, the save is over there.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't save.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence.
Oh,
initiated.
time to get over here.
Use the central elevator to
I was just thinking about you.
That makes 2 of us. I was getting worried.
No, we make a good team. I gotta ask you something.
Way's clear. Please, tell me you got it.
Oh, I got it.
Let me verify the G sample and we get the hell out of here.
Before we do that, I ran into Annette. She claims you're not FBI.
Oh, Leon. Why couldn't you just hand over the sample?
Because I realized, as much as I wanted to trust you,
Oh, gee.
I didn't.
Alright, then
I
pull the
really
trigger.
hoped it wouldn't end up like this.
I really didn't care.
I was just some pawn to you,
Look, I'm just doing my job.
and I'm doing mine, so drop that damn gun! I'm taking you in.
Hand over the sample, Leon. I don't want to hurt you.
Then you shoot me. But I don't think you
Yeah,
can.
because if you shoot me, I fall, and I have the G-Virus, so I know you can't.
Plus, I have bulletproof armor, so you can't kill me.
Bullshit. Yes. Good job, Annette! Hero of the game!
Would you say that's the play of the game?
No one gets that sample now.
Anyway,
Give me your gun before I let you go.
I think I can...
listen, what was your number?
Forget it.
I really need to call you later.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
No, it is though. I'm horrible with the ladies, and I really need this. Okay, well, what's your number before I lose your grip, or my grip, I guess.
Take care of yourself, Leon.
But what's the digits?
No!
The digits.
330177. I don't think that's the kind of digits you're talking about. Sorry.
What was
I don't
your
even know what
joke
that
about?
is.
I was gonna say, what's your joke? Cause were you making a joke about like a law firm number
was
or
making-
something?
No, fucking. I was making a dojin. Cause. Nothing. I was just making a reference. It's nothing. It was dumb. But I found it funny. Alright, where am I? Where we go?
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Initiated.
Is this not the ending? Like, Are we basically at the
This-
ending?
I think we are.
I mean, then we
Excuse
have
me.
to go to the Claire's side. So there's this isn't like the end of the game, just the end of this
No, not
this
the-
guy's side, this side of the story. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Run in a circle.
So
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central
Oh, that's not good.
to evacuate immediately to the bottom. 9 minutes until
I know he's a pretty boy, but I just like the idea that he's really bad with the ladies and just doesn't like. He's like super.
Understand anything?
Yeah, he's
Like,
like a doughboy.
airheaded?
Leon? You're down here too!
Yeah, but the whole place is coming down.
I mean, yeah.
You need to get out. Fast.
Yeah,
Actually, I see you lost your shirt as well. So how you doing?
we can make it. Where are you now?
Claire, are you still there?
Yeah, she's.
Leon?
Oh, I see.
Leon, you're breaking up.
Forget
She's
about me.
technically there.
Just get out of here. Damn it.
Anyway,
Did not grab everything in here.
okay, I'm just gonna Google this word because I keep forgetting to do it. I'm gonna Google what is a vision board.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. No? That's not it?
What? No, I was Googling in the question. Okay. It's a collage of images and words representing a person's wishes or goals, intending to serve as inspiration or motivation.
What was it?
A collage of image and words representing a person's wishes or goals, intended to serve as inspiration or motivation.
What the?
Which, at least for me, I know isn't true. I know I don't have a vision board. And I doubt you, I doubt you'd have one either.
8 minutes until detonation.
So I just realized, I think I'm mixing up 3 and 2. Because I thought in this one, I thought you get to meet those white zombies that don't have heads. But the more and more I think about it, I realized that wasn't in this game. That was in the second one, or I mean the third one. I forget which one. Which one's this one? This one's 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the third game. Yeah, I forgot it was in the third remake when you meet the white zombies. Because for
The
some
white
reason
ones. I thought. I don't.
because that was in this game, but I don't think. But after thinking about it, I realized that the protagonist is not Claire, and it wasn't Leon either. So I know it was the third game.
It's the third game because Leon or Claire's.
7
Jill Valentine is the
detonation.
Yeah, it was
protagonist
her.
of the first. Jill Valentine is the first and third.
Yeah, it was definitely her. I know what she looks like.
Is it
I
the
just
first
couldn't
one?
pick out her name. No, it was the third one. The third one
Are
that
you
you
sure?
have. Yeah. When she's in the lab, she finds a new type of zombie, which is white and doesn't seem to have a weak point. Or I don't think they have a weak point. I think they're just kind of bullet sponges.
Gotta keep going.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's like an acid one.
Yeah, where it doesn't really have any weak
But
points,
you-
and you kind of
We except for acid.
Yeah, I didn't know what kind of zombie they were. I just knew that they were white and that they didn't have an obvious weak point.
Let's see here.
Anyway, so now I can go back to Discord and get rid of that question. So,
not really anything else I need, right?
so do you think if you had dreams, do you think you wouldn't be so much in search for knowledge?
Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom platform.
If I had dreams, like actual dreaming stuff,
Yeah,
or
like REM sleep, where you
goals?
actually have dreams where stuff happens, you know?
Yeah, I don't really get that. So,
Well, I know you don't
I
get
mean,
that, but
I
I'm
genuinely
saying,
just
I'm
love-
saying, if you think, I'm asking, do
I
you
know.
think if you had dreams, do you think it would make, do you think it would make you, what's the word, less, make your search for knowledge less
thirsty for
wanted?
knowledge?
Yeah, you know? Yeah,
Less-
that's a good word. You wouldn't be so much, you wouldn't be so interested in looking for knowledge.
No, man. Knowledge is everything for me.
Okay.
I've always just loved learning about things.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't really have, actually, you know, I know I keep talking about channels I've seen recently, but it's mostly because they either make me realize something, or I think they're interesting. And the dream conversation makes me, it's interesting to me because, for me, I used to have dreams quite commonly, and this was when I was like, I think it was like 4 years ago, I used to have dreams quite commonly. Well, I'd say dreams, I should say nightmares, but they were still, I still would remember doing things in my dreams and whatnot. Well, nowadays, I don't really have many dreams, but I realized that the few dreams I have are usually, like, I've had like one dream, I think it was like yesterday or something, and it was actually about us, and it was a dream about, us. I don't even know what game we were recording, because it wasn't any of our normal games, but, it was whatever my brain could come up with.
Oh,
You're dead, right? I was gonna say, you're not gonna live from that, right? Okay. But it was a dream where we messed up recording, a game.
of course.
And it was like, and we were like 10 minutes into it, and then we decided to just call it off, and we were all depressed and whatnot. And I was just like thinking of something like afterwards, it was like 20 minutes after I woke up, and I'm like, what the heck was that dream? It was so weird. But when I think
It
about
does sound like a weird dream.
whenever I have dreams, it's usually when something new is in my life, or something that I'm concerned about. And for us, it's more of a concern of that we'll get tired of each other and we'll slowly become not friends, and that's the concern. Well, when I was younger, it was like my dreams were more concerned about, like, it's always been surrounded by my fears. Like when I was younger, I'd always have nightmares about like maybe a concept about being murdered or something, or just finding a giant insect. That at the time my worst fear was insects.
Being killed by a giant insect? I mean,
Yeah,
fair.
kinda.
Insects are terrifying. They're gross.
But anyway, but when I stopped having those nightmares,
Ow.
it was when I took control of the dream and defeated the monster, and I never had another nightmare like it. and I've done that for a while, and the only reason I think about it now is
Ow.
because of the fact that I watched recently where I was watching this video where they were talking about how dreams is somewhere where you can where people commonly face their own fears, even if they're minimal. Like if it's something petty or if it's something that isn't really should be feared. The person still fears it somewhat. So they're dealing with it in their dreams subconsciously. Which I think is interesting. And I really like the idea because it's so effective. Or at least it can be effective where it's like you're spending this time when you're not really doing much, you're just kind of on like low power mode. And you're either working through something or you're finding something out where it's like, oh, I'm afraid, either afraid of this or you question like how, you know? And obviously not everyone would question it because that's not a guarantee, obviously. But I just think it's very interesting the way we face our fears sometimes, or at least we realize them sometimes. God, I'm off track so much. I don't even know what that's the problem with me. Like when I don't like try to keep my explanation sweet and quick, it usually goes into me repeating myself or not being clear, which I hate and I try to not do. But it kind of happens no matter what I do. Like I can reduce it and I can do my best, but I can't explain anything very well.
We'll call it even.
Oh, she's alive? Oh.
I would have done the line with him, but he has no reason to believe she's alive. That's only for us. He does not have any reason to believe she's alive, so I'm not making a comment as him.
Right.
Now, if he actually saw her, then I would be like, hey, what were those digits that you never gave me? Like, I would make jokes and whatnot. I guess that's one thing I do enjoy is continuity when it comes to, like, basically where you basically follow what would be logical for and it's very dumb in the idea that obviously it can be enjoyed to have continuity because obviously that's logical, you know. Obviously if you trusted like let's say like 4 people and they they betrayed you, obviously you shouldn't be as trustful, but then if they are, it's very inconsistent. Or they need to give a better reason than, you know, they should give a better reason than, oh, I'm just a trusting person, which, I mean, is plausible. It's not like that can't be done, but I prefer
You can't
better
be too
excuses.
trusting. It's okay to trust and be nice, but you can't let yourself be taken advantage of or anything.
Yeah. That's definitely a good word for it.
Alright. Fuck off.
So you know what I got to tell you, right?
Me neither, man. You knew her all for less than a day. Literally a single night.
So you know what I got to tell you, right?
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
No, you were supposed to say 30 minutes, and I would correct you and say 28 minutes.
Oh well,
You made it.
I was
Just like I
close
said we would.
again.
Yes, you were predicting the end, you know?
Yes. All right.
But we still have a
thank
minute.
you,
We still have a
Kazunori
minute.
Kado and Yasuru Ampo. Congrats to art
Um,
directors and literally everyone who worked on this game. Great game. Smack smack. I'd give it I'd actually give this I'd give this 9 or an 8 or 9 out of 10 as a game. You know?
Listen, we're not game reviewers, okay? And 2,
I am. Fuck
no,
you.
you're not. No, you have no credentials to review games. All right?
Yeah, I do. I'm a gamer. That's my credential.
It's not a credential. That's an entitlement.
Alright.
What is... Okay, I think this is a different question, but you can... But give your answer even if it's similar. What is the most important
Alright.
values that you have always stood by?
Honesty.
Yeah,
Honesty and straightforwardness, which is like honesty is a part of.
yeah.
So just being straightforward and logical. Those are two things I've always tried to stick by.
For me, what values have I always stood by? I would say that no matter what you think or whatever, bullying is never good or okay or justified. It can never
Yeah,
be. That
in
is,
any way
there's no way, like,
that it can be justified.
yeah, there's no way to justify it or anything. Now, that is heavily biased because I've been bullied and I understand the
I mean, and
worst parts of it.
Insane. Yeah, and I understand like that there might be causes causing that thing to happen,
Yeah.
but to extend is never like a good thing. To never don't share pain. That's all I can
Yeah.
say, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely, like, I mean, obviously, my laid back attitude already says that I don't really, like, I mean, sure, it's helped that I've been bullied, so I'm obviously more aware of its problems, but on top of that,
Right.
my laid back attitude just really doesn't go with someone who would bully, or I can understand the negative effects either way. It's like,
It's not. It's a negative experience for literally everyone involved.
yeah,
But at the same time, no real justification for it. It's still a wrong thing to do.
yeah. I gotta say, it's
Even
it's
if
again going back to my
you could
annoyance
come
of
up with
like
a
saying the obvious, where it's like, obviously bullying. No one can say bullying is good, or at least if they say it, they don't. There's not really good. There's no way you can really say. There's nothing to point to say, oh yeah, bullying's good. But it's obvious.
Good, or
and,
even, like,
but it needs to be
non-problematic.
said, and it's just.
it is something, right?
That's one thing that I've always avoided, which is going to the obvious well. Like when it came to being a sore loser, it's like, it's an obvious lesson, but I mean, it's a decent lesson, you know? If you're always complaining about losing, you're not enjoying it, you know?
That is something about life lessons themselves. Every single time, every time you say something like super basic and obvious, people will like just brush you off and like be annoyed by it. But at the same time, it needs discussed. If it's so obvious, why is it not common? There's obviously something missing here.
I gotta say, that's my favorite question so far. Like, I didn't think it would be so good.
Yeah, it is
but
pretty good.
It is so.
That's
that
a
is
good,
so
it's
my
a good
favorite one.
question. Do 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 do. Boom, do 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 do
Okay.
do.
Alright, save that. Do you want me to wait until the credits end to do the outro? Because I can ask another question to pad the time. We're at 30
Yeah, I'd
minutes.
say wait.
Okay.
3 minutes over. That fits.
So, what are... Who would you say you admire the most?
Admire the most?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really put anyone on a pedestal. There's definitely people I respect,
Okay.
and I respect a lot. But there's not like some individual I would put on a pedestal above any others or anything like that. But if we're just
Okay.
talking about people I respect, someone I definitely respect would be Markiplier. It's just
Yeah.
goofy as he is. I respect his goofiness. I respect his intelligence as well. The dude's definitely extremely intelligent. He knows a lot about the world, and he's just really good at being at peace with himself, from what it seems. And I can respect that.
I would
He knows
say,
who he is and who he wants to be.
I guess I would say it's a. So when I think of admire, I could see how you put them on a pedestal. But when I think of the word, I think of it someone who you look up to in the ideal. You think of the either as an ideal or as a good point of reference. Personally,
There is
so as my answer,
no ideal,
I would say
but
for my answer, I would say Jacksepticeye, just because of all
Fair
of
enough.
his
He's-
positivity, and if I don't know if you've watched it because I uploaded
positivity.
it. I uploaded the video
I've
without
watched-
you. Oh, you did? The video.
I don't
with
know about what exact video you're talking about.
It's the video I
Jacksepticeye,
uploaded
and
to
I've
the
watched him
channel.
grow. Watched him grow over the years, and I've come to really respect him too because for a very similar reason. He's just himself, and he's proven a lot of growth.
The reason why I admire him is mostly because he is a constant most of the time ray of light, which anyone
He
can
is a
use.
constant.
I don't like the word
Exactly.
constant because constant is unhealthy. Like if you're constantly happy or something, that's not healthy. So I'm trying to avoid that
No.
word because like
Well, I mean, a constant. I thought you were just talking about like a constant, as in it's something you could use at any time. Is what I meant.
oh, okay. Then I guess the better word would be timeless.
And
a
would you-
timeless ray
and-
of light.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. Aren't all YouTubers technically timeless, being kept in the annals of YouTube's history and catalog?
I would say to a degree, but certain things are definitely jaded to their
To be
time.
remembered.
Like think of
Yeah.
Poop You.
You know how you
remember
said.
Poop
You know how you said.
YouTubers?
Wait. Wait. Do you know how you said earlier how like you were talking about being forgotten and like.
Yes. Yeah, in the
And
last
like, there's a
episode.
thing around like you only die when you are forgotten, when
Yeah.
nobody remembers you. Well,
Mhm.
with YouTube and the internet, it kind of changes that because it changes the question of like when you'll be forgotten to can you be forgotten? When and if will you?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, they are literally timeless. Mm,
Yeah. By a literal sense, I would agree. But when you think of it, it's much more time
On the personal
capsules,
level?
really. Yeah, personal level and time. It makes you think because like if you let's say we find a channel
Well,
that like
the entire internet is a time capsule of everything. So
I mean
yeah,
sure if you
you're right.
yes
we're both-
yeah. hmm
That's
But certain channels are much
Or-
more jaded to
I don't
their age. And the point,
definitely. That's not gonna
like-
change that.
yeah. And some,
It is
and-
still timeless,
and there-
whether or not it's like people like it or not.
That
It
is-
is still timeless
okay.
just for
Yeah,
being.
by the literal word, and to make this concise, I would definitely agree.
All right,
but
hope you all
anyway,
enjoyed this episode.
like,
Make
co-
sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications if you'd like to see more, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yep. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. We'll see you next time or tomorrow, Fair Shades.